Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm just preparing some coriander roots, just cleaning some coriander roots here, some little bits off my coriander. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week. I did have a couple of thousand actually, emails of people saying, where were you? We missed you on Wednesday afternoon at 5 o'clock going live. But I was in Tasmania, so I do apologise about that. I'm back now in Perth, and tonight I'm going to be cooking dinner with you. And tonight I'm going to be cooking my Thai chicken cakes. So not Thai fish cakes, Thai chicken cakes. You can do this with fish. You can put some fish and prawns in together if you want. Otherwise, you can do my Thai chicken cakes. I've just preparing some coriander, and I was going to actually show you my one thing I was going to say to start off with was, if in summer, sometimes when you buy fresh herbs, you may bring them home and they may be a little bit sad looking and a bit sort of droopy like that. So all you've got to do is put some water in your sink and just leave your herbs, or lettuce as well, same sort of thing, or Asian greens, you know, any greens, leave them in the sink for a good half an hour or so. Spin them dry if you've got one of these little salad spinners. This one's about 150 years old. I've always known my kitchen with a salad spinner in it, because when we were younger, my mum used to have a salad spinner, and she used to take it on camping holidays with her, because in England, whenever you go camping, it usually rains, and so to dry our clean underwear, it was a bit tricky camping with 2 children and a husband, and so she used to take along her salad spinner and said it was very convenient for drying our smalls, spin drying our smalls in. So I just, every time I use it, I think of camping as a kid. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? So apparently Dream Farm have got a very good one, and so next time I order from Dream Farm, I think I'm going to get myself a new salad spinner. Very excited. So spin your coriander dry, because this will keep it a lot longer. So you can then, I usually pop mine into a little jug or a glass of water, and put a bag over the top, and so the roots can carry on drinking, and the coriander stays nice and perky in the fridge. But that spinning it dry, soaking it in the water is a really, really good tip, because it's amazing how far the herbs or the greens can go and how much you can actually bring them back to life. So I think I'm going to use some of these in my mix, and I'm going to pop the rest of these little beauties into my salad, because I'm going to show you a very quick salad as well that I made with these the other day, and Anthony said it was just perfect. So I thought, right, well, I'm going to put these on with that salad so that it's nice and simple. So in my bowl here, I've got some fresh, free-range chicken mince. This is what we get from our lovely butcher, RJ's Meats, and this is very good actually, because I know a lot of chicken mince is really very, very wet. So I've had mine in a sieve in the fridge overnight, and literally there was about half a teaspoon of moisture that came out of that chicken. So I've really just patted it dry. That's all it needs, because it's from the butcher. It hasn't been sitting for very long, so yeah, it's really nice and a little bit coarser minced as well. Some of the chicken mince from the supermarket is really very fine, and it's almost like a paste, so we don't want that. We want something with a little bit of texture in it, that is for sure. So very quick to make, because our curry paste is going to give all the flavour to this, and I'm going to add a little bit of crunch chilli as well. New jar. There we go. So, beg your pardon, Mr. Cameraman? Wow, yeah, so strong. And I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons of, I'm using the Thai green curry paste, because that's, Thai green curry paste, and that's the Turban Chopsticks one. Very, very good. What I'll do is, because we don't have Thai green chicken curry every night of the week, I just pop the lid on, and now I'll pop it in the freezer. So you can freeze it in the jar as long as you've got space for that curry paste to expand slightly as it freezes. Very, very good curry paste. And just to give it a little bit more pizzazz, just going to get a teaspoon. Oh, here's a spoon here. A couple of teaspoons of this lovely crunch chili. So this is a crunch chili, the chili condiment that's made in Dunsborough, and it's got crispy oats in there. And it's absolutely delicious. This would be actually really nice on top of these as well, or in your mayonnaise to make it like a lovely chili mayonnaise. So crunch chili, you can put it on almost everything. I wouldn't try pavlova, but you never know, it might work. So I'm just going to, lucky I got this spoon, I'm just going to stir this up, because usually I do this by hand and then I get very, very messy. But just stir this up. Now you could do this with pork if you wanted to instead of chicken. That would be really nice. Pork's great with Asian flavours. Otherwise, as I said, some minced fish, and you could also use minced fish and put a few little prawns in there as well. A few little raw prawns would be really nice in that as well, sweeten it up. So you could do Thai fish cakes if you want to. Now, you can easily make those into little cocktail numbers by rolling them in, you know, a small amount of mixture and rolling them to make, you know, little ones, and then you can use the mayonnaise, or you can make a nok cham or something like that as a little dip for them. So that's a really nice sort of idea for Christmas, I suppose, or summer entertaining when you've got friends around you. It's just nice, isn't it, if friends come around and you can give them just a little bit more than nuts and chippies when they come round. And these freeze really well as well, FYI, so you can make some and pop them in the freezer. So I am going to take this to the next level by putting it through flour, egg wash and breadcrumbs. Looks like a panda, doesn't it? Hello. So I've got 2 eggs in here and just a little bit of milk. I always find the milk loosens the eggs really easily. I've just very casually used my Dream Farm whisk, and you can make it from we got it on the side, well, it's very flat, so you can store it in a drawer. There's your flat whisk for doing what I'm doing now, and there's your balloon whisk for whisking up your egg whites and cream and stuff like that. So very, very good whisk. Love it. I think there's more. Hopefully by the end of this week or early next week, we'll have more stock of these whisks. It's actually called a flisk, which stands for fold up whisk. A flisk. So Dream Farm, have a little go at those. Absolutely brilliant idea, I think. So I have got my pan on at the stove. Sorry, Mr. Cameraman, moving without sort of giving you too much warning. And in a minute, I'm just going to add some extra virgin olive oil. This is heating up nicely. I'm only going to fry off about 3 or so cakes at the moment. This will make about 12 and about 35 grams-ish. So she measuring, just living on the edge like that. I'm just trying to do this without getting my hands. They're probably about 50 grams, aren't they, these? Anyway, so you can make them whatever size you want, really. But these are going to be for our dinner, so I'm going to make them slightly larger. So just pat them into the sizes that you want, like this, into the egg, and I might do 4, because 4 will fit nicely in that pan, I think. So just making sure that it's much better to shape them first rather than do them that way, but I'm just trying to be quick and efficient, so you don't have to sit there too long watching me do this. We've got one more. Let's do one more. Okay, that's a good idea. One more. So flour, egg wash and breadcrumbs. So this coats the meat, and it actually helps keep it in its shape as well. So if you do these and you don't coat them, then I would certainly suggest that I might put this somewhere. No, I won't. I'll be all right. Just pop them in the fridge for 20 minutes, half an hour, or, you know, as long as you want, really. And then what will happen is that the cakes will be a lot easier to fry because they're very soft at the moment. And look what's going to happen. You can see I've used, on the recipe, I've said use one hand for dry, one hand for wet. What have I just done? See, that's what happens, look. I've got a crumbed hand. So don't do this. This is what I'm doing so I can show you what not to do. Because when you go over to the stove like this and you try and take your lid off your olive oil bottle, then you get crumbs all over the lid of the olive oil bottle and all over the olive oil bottle itself. And it's all very, very messy, isn't it? So just take my advice on the recipe and don't dip your hands in the egg and then the breadcrumbs. But I'm going to turn that heat up a bit as well, so cook these. Just make sure you've got a nice flat cake. Otherwise, oh, my knob's just fallen off. It'll just have to be at that heat now for the rest of the time. So let me just do these last two. Look at those beautiful eggs as well. So I'm using panko crumbs. They're lovely and crispy. You can keep them in the pantry and they're good for all sorts of things. Sometimes homemade breadcrumbs, fresh breadcrumbs are definitely the go, and other times panko breadcrumbs are an absolute winner Thai chicken cake dinner. I just thought of that one. And this is really very wonderful and delicious. So I think the panko crumbs definitely give these fish cakes, or these chicken cakes, he's saying fish cakes. Now I've got both sinks full as well. They definitely give these little chicken cakes a much nicer texture. It's much more interesting having the soft chicken on the inside and the crunchy golden crumbs on the outside. So while that's going, and now I've got my hands washed, we'll make up the salad quickly. And I think this is part of the joy of this dish, is that while these little babies are cooking, I can very quickly make up a salad. So this is just, I'm going to have to put my knob back on because it's too high now. So this is definitely one that it's just a salad that I made up because I had all this stuff in the fridge. So that's how come this salad is this salad. But it works really well, and as Anthony, the cameraman, said, it's just, I've put some sweet corn in this salad as well, and the sweetness with the Thai chicken cakes and the Thai flavours is absolutely delicious. So I'm glad I got it right the first time. Right, so all I have in my bowl here are some baby spinach leaves, and I've got the rest of that coriander. If you've got dill as well, you can see on the picture, if you're looking at the picture on the website as well, you can see on the picture that the chicken cakes have actually got dill on the top. Dill and coriander are such a lovely mix to go together that I would definitely put some dill in this as well, only if you've got it. So let me just turn over these little cakes because they don't take a huge amount of time. So once they're nice and crunchy like this and crispy, very easy, isn't it? See how easy that is? And I'm just going to make sure that I've got the temperature so that it's still frying, but it's not browning the crumbs too quickly without actually going right the way through the chicken cakes. So in actual fact, what you're aiming for is for the chicken cakes to be cooked when the crumbs are nicely golden. So you might have to play with the temperature a little bit with that one. So I'm just keeping it really simple. I've got a tomato, it's a beautiful looking tomato. These are lovely that we're getting at the moment in our the Providore. So some beautiful tomatoes. I have actually decided like some tomatoes are huge, aren't they? And I'm like, they're just a little bit too big for a salad. So I've gone for these golf ball tomato sizes, which I really like because you can fit like 4 slices in a sandwich. They just make sense to me rather than getting those really, really big ones, which often are quite tasteless anyway. These are absolutely delicious. Then I'm just going to, and talking about delicious, we just put sweet corn back on the Providore because they had some problem with some rain, I believe, or the hot weather or something. There's always stuff going on in the farming world. So I did have to get some Colaise corn. Not quite sure what that will be like, but anyway, that's okay. So I've put some corn in there as well. And I just want to show you a quick way of cutting up a cucumber. Now, when we were in Tassie, I saw somebody had done this and I thought, oh good, somebody else is cutting cucumber the way that I like to cut it. So just take off the little end bits like that, not too much because you can eat most of it anyway. And then I cut my cucumber in half like this. And then all I do is cross cut it like this. It looks a bit weird, but I tell you what, when you're eating it, it's really nice, especially when you've got something a little bit on the warm side, like these chicken cakes. They've got a little bit of heat in them. And this is just a lovely, big, crunchy, refreshing crunch of cucumbers. So they look really funky, I think. So that's our salad, just about done. I would say that those little babies will be done as well. I'm just going to, oh actually I could just leave that like that, couldn't I? But I do love a bit of lemon or a bit of lime on there. And I was just going to make my mayonnaise into, that's what I was doing that for, some lemon mayonnaise for the top. Up to you what you want to make it. You can make it any flavour you want, really. You can put some more crunch chilli in there, you can put sriracha in there, you can have some smoky paprika, although probably not the best with the Thai. Oh, I don't know, it might go actually. So you can do that, that would be really nice. So this is my homemade 1-minute mayonnaise recipe, and I haven't bought mayonnaise for probably about 10 years, I think now. So quick to make, and the recipe is on the Cooks Collective. So let's serve these little babies up. Now I'll test them for doneness by using this test to see if they're bouncing back, which they are. They're bouncing back, so, oh, they smell so good. They're bouncing back, so these chicken cakes are done. I would leave them for probably 2 or 3 minutes just to sort of cool down just a touch and finish off cooking. So rest, even when you're cooking mince, it's good to rest it. So I'm going to probably move that so that the cameraman can actually see the finished dish. Let me move that out of the way perhaps. And there we go. There's some beautiful Thai chicken cakes with a very delicious, simple salad. And can you see that over there? Oh yes, you can, if I go like that. And a very simple, yet very delicious salad to go with them, and the lemon mayonnaise. So there you go. Try out my Thai chicken cakes. I keep on wanting to say fish cakes. I've made them for so many years as fish cakes. And let me know how you go. The recipe is now up online, and you can place your orders on the Providore, and we have virtually all the ingredients you need to make these little beauties, and definitely that chicken mince is a good way to go. And we stock the crunch chili and the turban chopsticks range as well. So there you go. Enjoy. Dinner's ready.
Very good.
We off?
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah. Well, good. I like doing this. It's good fun.